Hey, what is going on, guys? Ali here, back again with another video for you guys today for SAO, Sōdo Online Alicization, War of Underworld, Part 2, episode, I believe, 6. And where to start with this episode, right? Let's start off with the traitor, Yanai and everything, and the episode being called Code 871, and it turns out 8, Ya, 7, Na, and then 1, E, or something like that. 871 turns out to be Yanai, like his actual last name, and they figured that out finally or whatever. And like I'm not gonna say like you guys should have known that from day one or something, because they didn't even know about the code in general, but then they find out about the code and then instantly they know what's going on and who this guy is. And like Yanai just shooting Higa in the arm, I'm like, bro, like, yo, calm down, like, oh my gosh, like, and he I don't know, like, the guy, you look at him, you smell crazy, or you look at him and you see crazy. The guy was not only part of Sugo's like human experiments and stuff from like ALO, right? Like not only that, or like all the other like SAO players, right? Not only that, but he even ratted out when like they were all caught, ratted out all of his coworkers, and he was able to get away. Like, it's one thing to be like a mole and such, or just to be a part of like a group of like just bad people and everything, but he is just a slime ball that would even like screw over his fellow coworkers and shit. And that's, to me, a person like that is even worse than being just like a mole, or just like in general like a bad person. Not only that, what he did with like, say, you know, Asuna in season 1 and whatever, and just a bunch of the other SAO players in season 1. Not only that, but he's been also leaking everything to the Americans, all the information, and that's why the Underworld and Project Alice like came out of like the ocean turtle to all the information all to the Americans and shit, and he did all of that. Not only that, but he's trying to like move on with like Sugo's ambition, and like when he gives all that information and gives Alice to the Americans, that he's gonna get a position in America overseas or whatever. Like, he's literally only going out for himself, or looking out for himself. And these type of characters, to me, are the most disgusting kind of characters, even more so than villains, except for Visaga, bro, Poe, bro, oh my, that dude is out of his damn mind. That dude is a freaking lunatic. He needs to be put down in general, not just in the Underworld or in the game. He needs to be just like Mr. Miller, subtleizer, and finding out like his, bro, that like they need to be put down. 100% in the real world and shit. They literally have to, that has to happen to them. But like, just to see him talking about like he's not only doing this like leaking information to the Americans and possibly getting like a position overseas for doing that and stuff, and not only like did he do all those things with Sugo's like ambitions of like the human experiments, not only that, but like he doesn't care about Kirito. He wants Kirito to die because he killed the Pontifex. And let me tell you, the Pontifex is a genius. Like, she was able to connect to the outside world on her literal own from the Underworld, and started pretty much talking sweet nothings in Yanai's ear, talking sweet nothings to him, saying that like, hey, if you get me out of here, you can be my #1 servant and shit. Like, he has been so corrupt. He's the one who's corrupted, because he is like, the Underworld was corrupted because of you. I'm like, he goes like, nah, fam, I was completely wrong. This guy's corrupted by by this woman. He be simping like crazy, and like, honestly, that was sort of funny, because he's literally simping on this character that he's probably never gonna end up with, never gonna be with, obviously. And because she was killed by Kirito, he's like, maybe I have to kill one person. And then he wants to kill Kirito, and like, woo! This dude, he needs to be put down too. Higa, kick his ass, if you got a gun, I don't think he has a gun actually, but it turns out like that the doctor and what's his name, the investigator dude, I forgot his name, dude with the robe with the glasses or whatever that was with her. They need to do something. They know something's up right now, obviously from them realizing that he is the mole, the Yanai is the mole, and that whole thing on the outside, it was crazy. He's doing all of these things solely for himself, and like, you know, Sugo's not even dead, and he's like he might as well be as good as dead because he's gonna be in jail for like at least a decade or some shit. So there's so many sadistic people in this episode. Obviously they're all sadistic, but like just to see how sadistic they are is shown in the episode. You got Yanai, the Yanai dude, you got Mr. Miller, who's Subtleizer, which that whole thing was awesome because like she was about to be taken by Subtleizer, and then again Kirito, which I don't know how that she has that necklace around her in the underworld, unless it takes also like parts of like what you look like when you go under the STL, that it goes into the underworld. But that thing that I can't believe she kept it, like that thing that Kirito had on his chest, on his heart, to where, like, you know, when he was fighting, like, Sinon's friend in Season 2 and saved her, and he tried to, like, inject him with a muscle relaxer, that little thing that saved him, that nickel-sized piece of, like, plastic or metal or whatever, she kept it as a necklace, which is it's so heartwarming. It's such an endearing thing that she's keeping it there because that's what saved her life. Kirito saved my life, and he saved her again when Subtleizer was gonna get her in that moment. And like, I'm ready. Oh my gosh! And once she actually hit Subtleizer with Subtleizer or whatever with the bullet, like it actually, her sniper rifle, it actually got through his hand, and he's like, oh whoa shit or whatever. And then like he got his rifle, and I'm so ready for a shootout. That shootout is gonna be amazing. I genuinely, because I love Sinon and her sniper rifle and everything, but I never got to see an actual shootout. I'm pretty sure we never got to see an actual shootout with her gun versus somebody else's gun, like one-on-one, just shooting bullets at each other. I am so ready for that shit. That's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped for it. But then also something that I genuinely loved was that all of the Pagillis, Sheta, and the champion. I know his name, but I just love this. I just love to call him the champ because he's the champ, man. Like, see them both right there, being surrounded by all of these American like players and whatnot. Like, was just it seemed very sad, but like Sheta holding his hand and they're smiling at each other, and then coming in hot, bro, Terraria, baby girl Leafa, Suguha, coming in hot, in the air, just starts slicing everybody, like, boom, 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 but Sheta is like, wait a minute, that's, like, she knows that is Terraria, the goddess of the earth, baby, and I was just so happy and excited to see that happening. And then you got Lilipin and a bunch of, like, his other people and soldiers or whatever. I thought all of his soldiers were, like, taken out or something, but maybe that was from that was just like the infantry group of orcs, I believe, right? Orcs. And just to see him coming in with Leafa or coming in with Terraria was just awesome. And Tara's like, yo, let me do this. I got this. You all get out of here. Run to safety. Like, take all the Pagillis and get out or whatever. It was so cool. I would love it if Leafa or Suga uses, like, I wonder if she's able to use that revitalizing like skill that Terraria has, you know, when when she was taking the life force out of Leafa, and then like Leafa rejuvenated herself, like she came back to life kind of. I wonder if she's able to use that ability on other people, like on other people around it, because she could like revitalize the champ, could revitalize Sheta and all of them. But like maybe that is only restricted to herself or something. But like, anyways, That fight's gonna be amazing. She's standing there, ready to fight all these American players and stuff, and that was good. And also the American players saying go, that was probably the Japanese voice actors who were saying go for American players. That might be the best, like, voice acting that those Japanese, like, actors did for American accents that I've heard. You know, kudos, I guess, but I mean, it's just the word go. But anyways, whatever. And then we get to Visago, Paul, like it was so, like, heartbreaking, because you see a lot of these characters who are, they're fodder, you know? You can say that they're fodder because a lot of them, you don't even know their names, right? But just to see them being taken out still felt so horrifying to me. I was like, my stomach was turning, and I just felt so, like, creeped out because Visago is up there, like, manipulating everybody, even though, like Moonphase, I believe his name is Moonphase, right? Moonphase and Mei know what the hell's going on because, like, some people from the Sleeping Knights Guild, right? She was able to catch that sword. I'm like, whoa, what? Like, how did you do that shit? And she's talking to these players like, yo, this is a Japanese server. This wasn't hacked by us and everything. And she was just about to convince everybody, even though she knew, like, Moonphase and Mei knew from the start something was weird and something was off and it didn't make sense. But then Poe's calling them like traitors and such, and like it was like down to the wire of like barely anybody still standing. Klein, Asuna, oh my gosh, no, I'm gonna talk about that later. You got Asuna, Agil, that got stabbed a bunch of times. You got the leaders of all the fairy, like the fairy races, the cat sylph, and what is her name? Sylvia, or something like that. But like, she got stabbed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I know they're not gonna die here, but it's like they took so long to work on those avatars for so long, and that's something that's sad, but at the same time, they're not going to lose their lives, so they're going to be good with whatever happens, but they're all defending all of the Underworld people, and that still isn't helping, because, like, they're still getting killed. A lot of the Underworld characters are still getting killed, and that's, like, horrifying and heartbreaking. I thought, what is her name? The girl with the purple outfit who was Kirito's senpai at the Sword Academy. I thought when I saw, like, the subtitles, when, you know, usually when it cuts off, like, a sentence, it's like something's gonna happen to that character, and I was like, if she died, like, if she was gonna get stabbed by somebody, or I was gonna be, like, I wouldn't be able to even speak about it. Like, that would be so horrifying to me, because I love her character so much. And then, like, what triggered me the most was that player with the red armor, or just, you know, some random basic-ass character, like, back fists Austin in the face. And I have never been more heated in a very long time when it comes to anime. I have not been that heated. Like, boy, you do not do that to my baby girl. You don't do that. They had to put everything down because, like, the Underworld people, like, if they die, they're dead. They can't do anything about it. So they put everything down. And then now you're seeing Visago talking about, like, oh, it's good, long time no see, lightning flash, and talking about Kirito and stuff, and he is so disgustingly sadistic. Honestly, probably the best villain of SAO, period. You got Visago first, probably for me, probably. Then you got Quinella, right? And then probably Mr. Miller. And then probably Heathcliff or something. Because, you know, Sugo, whatever, Oberon, get him the hell out, right? But, like, the way that Oberon went out was, like, probably the most satisfying that any villain has ever been taken out, like, for me. Like, it was amazing. Kirito cut him all up and then stabbed him in the face. Amazing. But, like, going back to Visago, the most sadistic dude that I've ever seen in my life, because, like, he is the one who tipped off the assault team on where Laughing Coffin, like, their hideout is, and he just wanted the assault team, all of them, to be murderers. Just for the sole purpose of that. And he was going to laugh because of, like, what was the other guy that, like, actually killed 2 people in the assault team? Like, he thought it was so funny that he almost started laughing, and he was hiding in the shadows watching, and he just wanted these people to be murderers. Like, he even gave up his entire guild just so they can suffer later on, that they realized that they were PKing people. Like, he's freaking crazy. That's what he is. Like, Mr. Miller, Visago, Paul, and the guy, Yanai or whatever, all 3 of these in this episode are just, they really had the spotlight of showing how literally crazy they are. And that's why I really, really like this episode. And I'm excited for next episode. Because I swear, I hope we get some good stuff with Leafa fighting. Even though we got some amazing Leafa fighting in this episode. I want to see that. I want to see whatever the hell happens with Higa and Yanai. I don't think Higa's gonna die or anything. But Yanai, I think that the doctor lady is gonna come and, like, she's probably gonna take him out or something like that. But whatever. Oh my gosh. And then, like, Visago wanted to see Kirito. And Kirito's still in the wheelchair. I swear, if he starts, like, wailing on Kirito or torturing him while he's in a freaking wheelchair, please let Asuna kill his ass. Because Asuna knows everything that Kirito has been feeling and is his girlfriend, obviously. And she, like, out of all the people, let Asuna be the one to take him out. I obviously haven't read the light novel or anything, but I want that to happen so badly. Like, please. And that is the end of the episode when Visago's saying, like, it's showtime, like, bringing, like, well, Ronnie, like, bringing Kirito down out of the wagon, out of the carriage. Oh my gosh, please. I don't think next episode we're gonna see that. I think in like 2 or 3 episodes we're gonna see Kirito finally waking up and whatever. And then at the end we see something glowing and it's like, is that where Alice is? Did she get to the crystal already? I don't know, but that was a really good episode. I don't think it was as good to me as, like, last episode or something. I think last episode and then the episode before that, like, you know, the one with the fight with Berkuli and everything and the whole finatio, like, I leave our child to you, it was beautiful. I don't think this is, like, up to par with those last 2 episodes or anything, but it's definitely 100% a build-up and I'm excited for it, and I'm ready. I'm ready for next episode already, and it's gonna be a little tiring to just wait, but what do you gotta do? Weekly stuff, weekly anime, am I right? But anyways, that is it for the episode. What did you guys think about this episode? Leave down in the comments your thoughts about this episode, your thoughts about what I said, and like this video if you did, like the video if you liked the episode, like the video if you liked anything I had to say, like the video if you liked me, and subscribe to the channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos, and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most important, everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see y'all later in the next video. Peace out. May the force be with you always. And plus, Ultra, and Lactome, and man, ooh, I hope Visago, Mr. Miller, and Yanai get what is coming to them. Peace out, guys. And also, guys, I didn't cry this episode, so yeah.